eventually we'll be entertained.
Yes. We're here to fuck shit up.
Let's knock this motherfucker out of the park!
What it do? This your homeboy Coop the Beat Man, aka Fat Boy Slim, aka Brother Man from the Fifth Floor.
What up with it, man? It's Reggie, aka Reggie, no code name.
Yes, sir. What up, people? This your man Ken, aka Meet You from the Neighborhood. Let's go.
We got a special guest in the building.
Yes, sir.
Radio personality from one of the biggest radio stations in the Southeast.
Yes, sir.
Been holding it down for a minute. OG of the game.
Oh,
Definitely today.
Hopefully he gonna give us some gems on what we need to do.
some good constructive criticism.
Yeah.
True that.
Comedian.
Yes.
Bass guitarist.
Yes.
A lot of people don't know that. Yeah, the bass guitarist. Eric, the voice Foster.
What it do? Hey, appreciate the hospitality, man, for
we
having me up,
appreciate
man.
you.
Appreciate you coming, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
man.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
So, man, what's been going up?
Man, just living life, dude.
Yeah,
One day at a time. That's the best way that
Best way to
I
do
can
it.
call it, man. What's up with y'all?
man,
Besides making moves.
we trying to make these moves, man. We new to it. We getting a lot of exposure. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Thanks to the people in our city like you coming through, showing love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just having a good conversation on camera.
Yeah.
That's what we want to do. Want to make you feel comfortable.
Man, I want to see all y'all win.
Man,
appreciate
I
that,
want
man.
everybody to
Appreciate
win. I want it's plenty of room up at the top.
Okay.
Even though other people saying otherwise, but it's room.
So what you want to start on? The radio personality or the
Well,
comedian?
hey,
'Cause
man,
we coming at both ways.
I'm guest at your house, so
Oh.
you whatever questions you got, because normally I'm on the other side. I'm
Okay.
asking questions, so I'm
Coop, I want to take them back, though.
Go
I
ahead
wanna
and take them back. Go ahead
I
and
want
take
to
'em
take them
back.
back to
Let's go.
to Brainerd High School.
Woo!
Oh Lord.
Oh yeah, I forgot to say that.
I want to take them
Brainerd
back.
alumni.
Brainerd High
Brainerd
alumni.
alumni.
Back to
Still representing.
1846.
Woo!
What was it like playing ball, man?
Oh man, a dream. I mean, I was the youngest of 7 cats. I mean, not brothers, but just cousins.
Yeah.
So everybody played. It was this is a sports town. So
Right.
I never
Yeah.
forget going to the gym. Coach I used to open up the gym in the summertime, and it was kind of like an open gym type deal. And he had this sign in the top of it. It said, "If you watch a sport, you need to be a sport."
Okay.
And from damn man, first grade, second grade, we football, baseball, whatever, because it was always cats ahead of us that was like superstars. So the dudes that I looked up to was like Edwin Love, Lady, Donnie, Elder. All of these dudes went to the league.
Yeah.
So they were superstars when we was younger cats. So you watch a sport, you be a sport, and you figured out what you wanted to do.
So was Coach B there when you was there?
Absolutely.
Okay. I just want to
Yeah.
make sure. I played on the team too. I'm
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Hey, I did my
I
good
was
thing.
I was in junior high school when they won the first state championship.
Oh, okay.
So it was, the bar was set already.
That was in '84.
Man, it used to. Hey, I'll go back to my 12th grade year. It had to be at least 180, 200 people trying out for the basketball team, dude. Yeah,
It
you
was
know
like
how
that
it
for a
was.
minute. Yeah.
You know how it was.
Jam
yeah.
full.
Yeah. So for 2 weeks, you ain't touch a ball.
Yeah.
And I never forget.
He trying to run y'all up out
All
of
cardio.
Run us to death.
He ran
Make
some people
people
out
quit.
too.
Yeah. I'll never forget my summer going to the 12th grade. I went to like 3 camps. And because I said, man, I got to make it because I was on B team 10th and 11th grade. You know how it is.
Oh, yeah.
It's cut. The cut was real tight. And Coach B would always say, he's like, man, our B teams are starting 5s on other high school teams because one of them years, I think my 11th grade year, we didn't lose a game. And I never forget one time we were playing the varsity in practice. You know how that go.
Oh yeah.
And
Try to prove something.
We couldn't miss.
Got something to prove.
We couldn't miss. They was just off. That at that time, that was Wayne Gardner who won Mr. Basketball his senior year.
Yeah.
And they just was off that day, and we were killing their ass. And Coach Chatt turned around. He said, "B team, go home." And we looked around at Coach B, and he said, "Go home." And it was just one of those squads. So that summer, I said, man, I gotta make the squad this year. So I went to a whole bunch of camps. I went to one camp, it was called BC Camp.
Okay.
This one I knew, this let you know where you were. If you thought you were a baller, this was gonna let you know what it was. So we went to BC, Carnesville, Georgia. And at that time, Alonzo Mourning was the number one player in the country. He was supposed to be there. So it was Malcolm and Jay and Landis Lightfoot and Dale Collins and all of the ballers. Yeah. And it was this big old empty gym and it had like 6 courts in it. So court 1, ballers.
Yeah.
D1s, hands down, Mornings, Jay Prices, Malcolms. The highest I got to court 1 was court 3. And once I got to court 3, it was just, niggas was running by me. I was running as hard as I could run. And it was just like, okay, yeah, I don't think I need to be on this court. So I went down to court 4. After that, got back to school that fall, balled out. Coach, I said, hey, come here for a second. And went in and he had me a stack of letters. And it was from schools. It was NAIA schools, JUCO schools. And I was like, what the hell is this? He was like, whatever you did something. So these are the type players that want to Bruton Parker and all of these different places.
That's what's up.
And then it just let you know, you know, where you were. Yeah. And Coach, I just had the whip, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it.
So saying that, you know what I'm saying? I know I listen to you on the radio and you give a lot of love to the new athletes now. Mm-hmm. You know, you give like shout outs when they doing something great. He like, well, I think it's called Around the Horn. No, hold on. It's
Around the League.
Around the League. And you give them the shout outs. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's some of the biggest thing. Like if I was a high school athlete and hear my name on the radio like that, somebody giving me my flowers, it would mean like a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I just want to put that out there. That's a good thing, man. Like, man, that's a good thing. I know they motivated.
Yeah, we got that. And when Tula has a show called Enter the Chat on Saturdays.
Yeah.
So that's what it's about, man.
Shout out
Just
to
give
Tula,
back.
too, man.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Tula.
The whole crew.
Yeah, Power 94.
If y'all didn't know, we got a whole different look from Mika
Shout
to
out Power 94,
Ash
man.
Nicole. So I'm the old head on the squad.
You the OG, man. That's what they say. You the OG.
On the squad.
So how you end up getting into radio?
Man, I graduated from MTSU. I had a degree in exercise physiology, and my minor was in health. And I started working at the health department, and I was working in STDs and HIV. So I had to study phlebotomy, and we had to go and draw people blood. And if you thought you was burning, you came to the center and the clinic, and I was the dude that did all of that. And then Jasmine Sanders, who's on with DL Hughley now, she went to MTSU, and she was at the station at the time, and I would call in and do different voices and win stuff. So when it was time for me to go down there and collect, they was like, so you the same person? I was like, yeah. I think the thing that I won was it was a trip to LA to see Living Single, taping of Living Single.
Okay. That's cool.
And then Keith was like, man, if you did all them voices, man, why don't you call in? So I'll be getting ready to go to work, getting dressed on the phone, talking like, I used to do the old man voice, Mr. George.
I knew it. Hey, I knew that. That was actually something I wanted to ask you because that's what excited me when you said you'll come up here, because I was like, man, I remember Morning Dust. That was so much of a part of me getting ready in the morning.
Man.
The stomp and all that. And I always, we used to just go back and forth on the bus like, who is it? Who was doing it? And I said, man, it got to be Eric. It got to be Eric.
That's crazy. It don't even seem that long ago, but yeah.
Man, you've been a part of our life for a long time.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah, really.
Do you feel like, do you feel the impact like on when people, I know people in Chattanooga come up to you all the time. Like, you know, do you feel like what's the word I'm trying to say? You motivating them, or do you feel like you giving back to a certain extent?
I mean, to get invited here, it's still some love somewhere. So I just want to try to make it feel like, you know, I'm giving back. I mean, we from the same spot. I always gonna rep the home team. And I mean, just simple, man. I ain't no damn hater. I just want everybody to win. I mean, you know what I mean? I'm secure in what I do.
Right.
And if I wasn't, then maybe that's why people do what they do. But other than that, I want to, you know, if you got a son that's balling, or a son that's got a scholarship somewhere and went to the Navy. You got to celebrate them. They need that.
Yeah, acknowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I did have a question, man. Like with all this, the new media, the social media, all these apps with music and all that. Like, what do you feel like radio is today?
Man, I mean, radio's still viable. It's just that, with social media, you name a platform, it's just an extension of that, added on to that. So we just can't continue to just do radio stuff. You got to get video involved. You got to get audio involved. You got to get your content stuff up. You got to be aware of what the algorithm is doing, because that's going to change, it seems like every other damn day.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if you are not willing to change with the times and learn some stuff, you just going to get left behind. We had a sales dude that came in one time, and he was supposed to be a reputable dude I think he was from Cincinnati or somewhere. And, he was like, well, where do I, what form do I fill out? We was like, dude, we don't, what are you talking about? Everything is, you got to go on the computer. No, I gotta see it. I was like, oh, he ain't gonna. Then of course everybody in the business was like, he ain't gonna last 2 weeks, and he didn't. So if people not changing, and I like when Ash Nicole came on board, and that's her thing. She shoots videos and makes the videos. Like, oh, show me how to do that. I want to learn how to do that. And some people don't do that. They don't ask.
Want to stay back in the old school way of doing things.
Yeah, and I'm like, I gotta know what's going on and understand what's happening.
So do it feel like it's made your job easier, or is it harder as far as
if you learn it, it's easier. Just like with this AI stuff that's popping off, people gonna get left behind, bro.
I was gonna ask you, how do you feel about AI? I'm scared of it.
Okay, in what way?
I'm scared of it to the point where it's killing creativity. It's killing real creativity. Like, at the punch of a button, it's like you create something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mentally, who get the respect for that? I mean, who get the credit for that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As I do my production, I'm like, I want to be back to the craft, where we was talking about the craft on the other episodes. Mm-hmm. It's like, with this AI stuff, it's taken away from the craft. Yeah. Like, we had a DJ on here, DJ Big Breezy, and I was asking him, I was
Shout
like,
out Breeze.
I was like, so what? It's so easy now to be a DJ. Mm-hmm. Like, with graphic designers, you just press a button and now you getting new graphics. All you gotta do is put in what you want on the graphics. You know what I'm saying? I know my homeboy is one of the best graphic designers out there. All in One Media. Shout out Trey. But it's like, it killed the creativity. Like, it don't seem authentic.
Yeah. I mean, but
it get the job done.
But that's what technology does, though. You know what I mean? That's what. So that's why it's important. You need to learn whatever new technology is coming up. You know what I mean? Because I can remember back when I was producing. We was going back to when ADATs and all of that came out. We was like, oh, what the hell? Yeah. DAT tapes came out, and then next thing CDs came out. So either you were gonna, stay reel to reel on tape, which is now a novelty type thing. Because now just like my son, he was like, yo, I'm getting ready to get this vinyl. I'm like, nigga,
what that's gonna do?
No, I mean, dude, we've been there, done that. But now it's just a novelty to them. Yeah. It's just, but this was our thing. And if you don't learn it, man, it's just, I still look at when people say, yeah, man, I'm a producer. And I'm like, okay, well, what's that chord progression?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then they're like, what you talking about?
Now it's getting to that point where it's like, it's that thing where they're using loops. Yeah. Pre-made beats and stuff with no drums, and all you gotta do is add the drums to it. Yeah. And they saying they a producer.
But at the same time, though, like, we got Brian Michael Cox, who is an incredible producer, incredible keyboard player. Yeah. He created a whole patch of just little joints,
keys and melodies and chords,
and then sold it. Yeah, so that's the now game. You got Brian Michael Cox in your studio if that's what you want to do. But
that's the game.
Yeah,
you got to keep up with it, evolve.
So where do you feel like we going from here though? Like, do you ever feel like it'll get to a point back when, back when I was small, radio was everything. everything pretty much. Like, so do you feel like that it's just gonna keep dwindling away, or it's gonna, get that stronghold back to where it's kind of at the, because it was TV, then it was radio.
Or is it even dwindling away though? Like,
I don't even listen to the radio no more though, man.
I think you got to evolve. Like now these radio stations, they have a camera in there, like a camera crew shooting.
But I feel like with it evolving is hurting the people though, because the more and more technology comes, the more and more people get cut, right?
Well, I mean, that happened too when you start talking about syndication.
Yeah,
because that's why I was bumped off the morning show. Because then when Ricky Smiley came in, everybody's doing syndication, so they had to figure out, all right, well, what are we gonna do? And a lot of cats lost their jobs because of syndication. And what's funny, it was by people that wasn't radio people. Because when I got into radio, it was the end of the great era. That's when it was, man, we would go to New York, we would go to L.A., and you talking about dude named Frankie Crocker in New York. He was like the Don. He was that guy. Yeah. Go to L.A., it was Rick Dees. It was people that
I heard about Rick Dees.
Huge people. And then, it just started drying up. And then syndication took over.
I was going to ask you, like, who are some of the people that influence you? Like, I know with a voice like that, it seemed natural, but you just, I know you practice.
I didn't get in radio to be in, I got into radio because I was a producer.
Oh, okay.
I was in a group, and we did a talent show, and we ran into a record rep. And even at the time, I didn't know what the record rep meant. I just know he worked for the record company. Right. He wasn't in A&R. Right. He was in promotion. And back in the day, promotion guys would say, you're not in A&R. You're a promotion guy. You just go promote. Yeah. But I didn't know that. And then once I got on, I was like, all right, I got to learn this.
What was the name of the group? I got to ask.
The one that I was in?
Yeah.
It was called 4 a.m.
4 a.m.
Okay.
R&B or what?
R&B.
Oh, okay.
You got to think about it. This is early 90s, so this is Jodeci, Boyz II Men.
Okay. That type.
Plenty of stories about that. When we almost got signed and the whole nine.
So did you play bass for them or you just...
No, at that time it was just songwriting and producing.
Okay, what a bass guitar come in at? Because that's what I want.
Ran in high school.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Ran in high school, yes sir. Yes, sir. Now see, I started as I'm a drummer.
Okay.
So from 4th grade on, it was all state and all the drum corps and the whole nine. Yeah. But drums and the bass guitar, because we had Van Williams, Ray Joe that played at Olivet. May he rest in peace. Those guys, we had a stage band. Yeah. So
I always wanted to know how to play the bass. So when I look at like people like, I don't know the names, I forget the names, the Earth, Wind and Fire bass guitars with the long hair. When they play the bass, they play it like it's just funk. Like, you know what I'm saying? You just can't play the bass and just sit there. You gotta really feel it.
Gotta have a funk face.
Gotta
be some chitlins.
So I played trumpet. Yeah. I played trumpet at BHS Brenner, and I played trumpet at TSU. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Aristocratic bands.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was like, but you play trumpet, you can play like a lot of brass instruments, and then I kind of got into the bass club where the tuba and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But with the bass, I always looked at the bass guitar like, it was just that funk.
Yeah.
And now I like bass in songs. Like, you know what I'm saying? I love the mix of a good bass.
Black folk, we love our bass. If we don't feel it in the chest, it ain't happening.
Yeah, well, when I seen you pull the bass out, I don't remember what event it was. It was something. I always tried to get you to come to the studio like, hey man, come put some of that bass on the beats. Yeah. But I ain't know you was in an R&B group, man. That's dope.
4 a.m., bro. At MTSU, me, CC Battle.
Was you in a studio program up there? Because I heard they had one of the best studio programs to this day.
Yeah, that's my son. He did the same thing.
Yeah, Maul the Pimp. He went up there.
Maul.
Yeah.
Yep.
And shout out to Maul the Pimp, man. He went up to MTSU, man, and I heard they studio program is off the chain.
It is. It is. If you really want to learn it the right way, not that you have to go to school, but I had a law professor, entertainment law, and he says, it's great that y'all want to be here and all of that, but if you're not doing an internship, you wasting your time. You could have learned this at home on YouTube or whatever. He says, because we can get you in any studio anywhere in the world. Right. And trying to get to that next level, we have a lot of people that say, man, I want to be a producer. I want to be this. I want to be that. And that's great if you know how to do Pro Tools, if you know Reason, whatever you're using. But if you don't have a connection to get into the next level, and 9 times out of 10, it's just based on who you know.
Right, networking.
So, networking. So if you're not at a studio, you're not going to be connected to the next people because it's all in who you know.
Being a radio personality, do you have a lot of people that come up to you like to get that change my life experience? Man, I know you can hook me up with so-and-so. I know you can like think of you as, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I don't lie. I was like, no, I can't help you.
Okay. So I seen a reel with T.I. And this girl came up to him trying to rap her harder. He said, I can't change your life.
Yeah, that's on you.
Yeah, he said, that's on you. He said, go out there, do your thing, and we'll come to you.
Yeah.
And that's what I tell the young people now as we mentor like young artists and mentors. You got to get hot. You got to find a way to get hot in this social media-based entertainment world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
a lot of people don't want to put the work in, man.
They don't.
When they find out what the work involves, they're like, oh, no, I don't know if I can. That's where it is. And they'll find you. If you hot, they're going to find you, especially now. When I started doing comedy in 97, 98, opened up for a whole bunch of people. Did a whole bunch of stuff, and then after a while, it just kind of dried up because you know, it's like, all right, I got a kid now, I gotta start making some moves, and then out of nowhere, a comedian called me up and said, hey man, I saw you was doing, I didn't even know you did comedy.
Right.
Would you go out with me? Word, okay. Yeah. On some shit that I did years ago, because I put the work in a long time ago. So
I be saying you traveling a lot with the comedy.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
What's some of the best places you done went? Like, as far as
best cities or like best shows when I went?
Well, best shows. Like
Houston.
Oh.
Dallas. Denver was dope. Okay. Denver was dope because there was some people from Chattanooga at the show, which was weird. Super weird. And I started off the show by highlighting people that are famous from Chatt. So Samuel Jackson, Usher, Reggie White, and then some dude said, "How high school up in here?" And I'm like, "What? What?"
I know they got you.
Hey, you be like, "Them niggas everywhere."
Hey,
Howard is everywhere.
But yeah,
no disrespect to Howard. Howard be everywhere.
No, I mean just being from Chatt was just cool. It was a lady in San Francisco, Pleasanton. She knew her sister grew up in Chattanooga, went to Riverside back in the day.
Oh yeah, she go back.
So she was like, she started, I know about Ruby Falls, I know about Papa Chattanooga Choo-Choo. I'm like, oh, okay. That's what's up.
You ever hit Zany's up in Nashville?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's a place I frequent when I stayed in Nashville. I used to be in Zany's all the time.
He went to
nice.
TSU too.
Oh, okay.
That's where we met at TSU.
Yeah. Mike James.
I love Zany's, man. That's the spot.
It's a real cool club. Real cool club.
I seen a set you did in the comedy joint here.
Comedy Catch.
Yeah, and it was funny to me because the memorable part was when you was talking about like things going on, and you go back to the radio station and you like represent all the black people. At work.
Every time.
And they like, what's going on, Eric? You know, these shootings. You like, I'm scared of them niggas too.
Yeah, I don't know these niggas. Like, y'all asking me that.
And it's so funny because I feel like everybody has had a full-time job.
Right.
Yeah, it was so relatable because it's like, dang, we do represent here.
Everybody.
Yeah, at work, it's like about 3 niggas and everybody else white. And you like, you represent everything.
The funny part is when people come to the comedy show, and then after the set, they're looking at me, and they listen to me on the radio, and then people looking at me like, you are not the same dude when you. I was like, no, it's called the FCC. I just can't drop fuck bombs on the air as much as I want to.
Exactly.
I was on another podcast and they was like, say nigga for me. I was like, nigga, I say nigga all the time.
They be thinking you a saint.
Yeah, no. Ask my wife, she'll tell you. Ask anybody that's close to me, they'll tell you.
That's because you so professional. Like
extremely professional.
You do give off that professional.
Yeah,
but
sound
you're
when you're on the
supposed to.
radio.
I mean,
right. But
I admire that shit because I remember like seeing you. I was getting my daughter a car at like Cleveland and Kia.
Kia Cleveland, yeah.
And I remember I'm out there and I was just watching you deal with people and how you conduct yourself. And I was like, man, this nigga is professional as hell. But I seen this nigga stand up over here. Like it was amazing to me.
Yeah, busting pussies open. Comedy catch.
why you don't say that on Power 94?
Hey, you try to get that man fired.
It's called the FCC.
You know how they be,
I
though.
admire that shit. It's like that's how I want to be in a sense where I got to know how to be professional and when to conduct myself in that manner.
Yeah.
I saw you a number of times just out and about. And I just been somewhere and you've been working, whether you was at the car lot doing promotion stuff or and most of the time it's like that when you out doing your Power 94 thing. And it's just how you conduct yourself always was like pretty cool to me. Do your son, you talk about your son doing music. Does he have that too? Like he's good at, you know, his conduct. Yeah, it's like how you are.
He just raw.
No, I mean, yeah, he patterns, he watches. Because once you go to MTSU and you learn, when you at MTSU, you the only nigga in the class. There's been plenty of times I was the only nigga, and you have to conduct yourself in a certain type of way. But I think everybody with code switching is what they call it. You gotta learn it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And he makes fun of me because there's been plenty of times he was with me. And some people come up and I'm like, yeah, blah, 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 and blah, 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 and blah. and then they walk out. I was like, yeah, man, I was telling that motherfucker. I said, nigga. And he's like, how do you do that? I'm like, bro, you better learn how to do it.
Hey,
I have to do it every day. Like, I'm a supervisor now.
I was just finna bring that shit up.
Yeah, I'm a supervisor.
He got his voice too. We work together. I hear him over the intercom. That shit be so funny.
But
I bust out laughing every time.
To spit something real, man, like, when you working with a lot of people that's of a different race and stuff like that, we have stereotypes against us. They already look at us a certain way.
Yeah.
So you don't want to give them the you don't want to give them the reason to believe those stereotypes and talk in a like real negative way and stuff like that. Yeah. So what I try to do, I just try to not speak like them, but you know, kind of
speak correctly.
Speak correctly. I try to. I'm not good at it.
You don't say conversate. You say converse.
Say whatever.
That's what you say.
But you know, most of them don't even speak English now, so I just head nod and do stuff like that. But just try to fake smile and stuff like that, and I hate it. I hate it. But
play the game.
You gotta play the game.
Learn how to play the game.
Saying that, we finna get to a segment we do.
Yeah, buddy.
Top 5. The first we always do 2. We want them to come off the head though. So you know what I'm saying? We're gonna do this one first. We want to know, radio personality, the 5 most favorable interviews you done gave.
Okay.
In order. You can go from 5 down to 1. In order, always get them. And put the pressure on them.
Or 1 to 5.
You go from 5 to 1 or 1 to 5. Anyway, but we want it in order. Like, you know what I'm saying? The level of your favorite interviews you done had.
All right. 5, Jamie Foxx.
Whoa.
That's a good one.
Yeah, so he was just cool as hell. We were in there singing. Then I got a chance to open for him at the we were at the Memorial Auditorium on that one.
Oh, that's dope.
So that was cool. Let's see. Let's talk about some. Shaka Khan was dope.
Oh shit, Shaka Khan.
Classic.
Yeah, she was on a whole nother level.
That's one of my favorite R&B queens.
Man,
let's see.
He naming the big guns.
Yeah.
Alicia Keys.
Damn, that's another one.
Did you give her a hug? No, I'm just playing. You don't gotta answer that. Don't answer it.
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
It was.
he did.
Alicia Keys. The first time we did an on air phone interview.
Yeah.
And actually was talking about her. She had a book of poetry that came out one time, which was real cool. And then the next time I saw her, we were in Atlanta at an event, and that's when I like saw her.
Right.
And I fumbled. It was, I was.
Do you get nervous?
Hell yeah.
It don't seem like you so professional. It just seems natural.
Nah, when she came out and hit us with that smile, I'm like, oh my God. And the cool thing about Alicia Keys was when she told us the story, when she was coming up, she used to dress as a tomboy. And because I was like, well, were you having this? Was it like a gay thing? Where she was like, no, I just didn't want dudes to talk to me because they all they wanted to do was holler at me. And this chick was like a 4.0, 4.5, extremely brilliant chick. So she just wanted to deflect all of that. And I was like, okay, I can respect that because she's all about the art. She's y'all would love talking to her when it comes to.
Yes, we would. Come on the show.
Not even on that. Just on some creative stuff.
Right.
And once we started talking like that, and she figured out that I wasn't going to be some weirdo trying to talk about how pretty she was.
Cool and calm.
It was a whole different interview.
So that's 3.
That was cool. 3. 4. I guess this would be number 2.
Yeah, because you started from the bottom.
Okay.
Oh man,
I'm interested to see who the two, because you done had some heavy hitters.
Jamie Foxx kind of hit like.
Jamie Foxx was dope.
And he always give a good interview.
One was interesting. Remember the dude that played the father in what was the show that I think her name was Olivia Pope. What was the show when she used to fix stuff for the president?
The Oval Office? Is that
Scandal. Scandal?
Is it Scandal with what's the lady's name? She's an actress.
Kerry Washington, right?
Yeah. And her dad.
I know who you talking about. I don't know his name though. I know who you talking about.
I interviewed him, and it was like one of the dopest.
I don't know his name, but I know exactly who you're talking
Morton
about.
is his last name, I think. But that was pretty dope. And then
that's cool.
My best interview, I believe, was Aaliyah. Right after all of the R. Kelly shit. Which was super tight. It was super tight.
Did you get to ask questions? Or she was like, she didn't want to talk about no shit like that?
I came in, they said Brian Castle was the record rep. He said, man, she's coming in and they don't want nobody else in the studio. I was like, all right, bet, that's cool. And then when we got there, you could tell they were like real guarded. Really guarded.
So do they give you restrictions on what you can ask and all that?
Absolutely. Yeah. This is off base. You can't talk about that. Can't talk about nothing about R. Kelly. I was like, all right, cool. That's bet. Yeah. So when she came in, she was like, you could just tell, real reserved, beautiful, gorgeous.
Yeah.
And her mom was in there. Her brother was in there. Brian was in there. 2 bodyguards. Her manager. And we just sitting there talking, and then I think I said some silly shit about her hair. Girl, what you do with your hair? Blah, 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 blah. And then she started laughing.
Is that the icebreaker?
It was the icebreaker.
Okay.
And we just started talking about songwriting, because I knew she was another smart girl. We started talking about that. We started talking about creative stuff, and then you just saw it coming down, saw the wall coming down. And next, when I knew I had her, is when her mom walked out of the studio and walked into the front lobby and chilled the fuck out.
Oh, he cool. Okay, we don't gotta worry about that.
So we sitting there, and then next thing you know, she was like, you know what? I like you. I was like, man, I like you too. Thank you for coming out, blah, blah, blah. She says, you know what? This is going to be the first radio station where I'm going to play my new single, which was 1 in a million at the time.
Oh, shit.
She said, you getting ready to be the first DJ in the country to play my new joint. I think you're going to like it. And that just dropped, love it, baby.
Damn, that's
what.
Then
she started dancing. I was like,
she started dancing?
Yeah, bro. We in that.
Now, that's one thing, man, I used to love to watch her dance.
She is. But here's the thing.
I love it. I still watch videos of her now.
Talking to her, I see where R. Kelly, besides the fact he's a pedo.
I was about to ask.
Hold on.
But I could see she's way, way older than her age.
Right.
So
very mature. Yeah. And the way she looked at you, and I was like, is it? Girl, you
don't look at me like that.
I knew it.
Don't do that.
I knew when he said she started dancing. First thing that came to my head was that nigga saw what R. Kelly saw.
But I'm like, yo, but she's like, was mad cool. And then weeks later, Brian called and says, man, they asked her who was the best interviews on this tour, and she said me and Greg Street in Atlanta.
Damn, that's what's up, man.
So at that point, that's when you're like, damn.
Yeah, that's what's up.
It don't be no mess ups when you interview. All the interviews I heard, you make them feel comfortable.
Yeah.
I get that. You know what I'm saying? And it's
Your
just
homework.
That's what I was going to ask. How much research?
Yeah, how much research?
I want to see what do you like. What's your favorite color? What's your favorite football team? What's your favorite basketball team?
He the homework guy.
Yeah. Hey, yeah,
He
he be
homework.
on it.
You want to be prepared.
See,
You
some
wanna
of these
make-
questions that Coop asking you was what I see.
See, with me, I ain't gonna lie. I look on social media and I look at it in a different. I know creep. I look at it in a different
There you
way
go
where
again with that
I see a
shit.
lot.
gonna get it.
Whatever you put out, your sports team and stuff like that, I kind of look and see on like. That's one of the things I look at first on a lot of my people because I'm big on my sports.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big Spurs fan. I'm a big Bucks
Cheer for
fan.
trash ass teams.
You a Spurs fan?
I've been a Spurs fan since
Really?
David
As
Robinson.
long as I've known him.
Yeah. So
What's your favorite NFL team?
You don't want to
Tampa
hear
Bay Buccaneers.
Sorry as hell.
Tampa Bay
How though?
is.
I ain't gonna talk about it because the Dolphins mine, so I ain't even gonna.
Oh yeah, both of y'all hurt.
Hold on, we done had
Both of y'all hurt.
championship. We had 2 championships.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you what got me into being a Bucks fan. It was like when I was younger, I just loved them uniforms, the orange ones. Yeah. The
Cream suckers.
Yeah, the cream suckers.
Yeah.
I love them. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I really wasn't into sports. Like, I wasn't around like a lot of people like that. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, man, I like that team right there because they wearing the orange. They weren't on TV that much, but I liked them.
Yeah.
So it just kind of grow with them and then just grow with me. Then when I got to TSU, they was all like, all of them got a sports team, and they talking trash. So I was like, shoot, let me talk about my team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then we won the
You
championship.
brought them weak ass Bucks into the fold, man.
Hey, and I always been diehard.
They still got.
I hate so-called LeBron fans or fans that move with the team or whatever he go to.
Yeah.
I'm diehard right there. It ain't gonna change. I'm gonna talk my shit with whoever.
What y'all feel about Bronny?
Hey, I was about to ask you.
We was about to ask you that, but I don't think he read it. But ain't nothing wrong with the nepotism. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
I don't think it's nothing wrong with it. I'm a Lakers fan. I'm a
That's
diehard
been
Lakers
happening
fan.
forever.
But
Yeah, I'm
you
not
know,
against nepotism.
Yeah,
The cool thing about Bronny though is Bronny know his lane.
Yeah,
I think LeBron done trained him where
Bronny-
done brought him up to that point where what to expect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He said, I saw an interview today when they were asking him about how does Bronny feel about all of the critics. And he said, y'all really don't know Bronny. Bronny don't give a damn about that. He don't care about that.
he been hearing that shit his whole life.
His whole life.
Yep.
Dude, what'd he say? I just want to hear my name called.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
You got it called. Hey,
But me being a Laker fan, I think that shit way overblown. People blowing it out of proportion. Because like I said, me as a Lakers fan, if somebody told me, hey, I give you $1 million if you can name the last 3 second-round draft picks, I wouldn't get it. Because I don't even.
What did he 50?
Yeah, the 55th pick, like, don't nobody even pay attention to the NBA draft like that.
Until then.
But it's
The only thing, the NFL draft be big, but the NBA draft, don't nobody really pay attention
Man,
to
now
that,
y'all
man.
know Savannah was like, if you don't make something happen, so they call my baby name. Yes, ma'am.
I
I
just
You
look
ain't
at it
getting
like
nothing. You
I
ain't
just look
getting
at it
nothing.
like, man, he got his son a job.
Right, yeah.
It's that
They
simple.
all
to me.
do.
But this
Right.
the thing though. He's still gonna sell tickets. Like they had a game the other night.
At the in Vegas.
Right.
Yeah.
For the summer
Yeah.
league.
They selling tickets.
Yeah.
Just by the name, ain't nothing wrong with
He
that.
missed the last game, and
He hurt his knee.
the whole crowd was just saying, we
wanna
want
see
Bronny the
Bronny.
whole
Yeah, they
time.
wanna see
I'm
him
here to see
in.
Bronny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Ain't nothing wrong
Yeah.
with it. But
Same way with WNBA. I just like the fact that they've gotten to a platform where they are now.
oh yeah.
I want to go see Angel Reese play now.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
What about Ryan? You seen Ryan play?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Balling.
Yeah.
I remember interviewing her. I interviewed Mark too. I was like, so when did you see that in Ryan? He was like, man, when she was about 6.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
She always had a ball in her hand.
He
Like
was
I worked at South Chat Center when her mom worked with the city. They came over there.
Hey, Revenge.
Hey, her mama used to come by too. She went to Florida.
I got stories about that.
Yeah, but she used to always have a ball in her hand. Like you seen the passion, you knew something was gonna come of that. You know what I'm saying? When she got drafted, man, I was talking so much shit at work.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I know her, man. I'm glad for it, this, that. You know what I'm saying? Not in a clout way,
Yeah.
It was more in I'm proud. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people get that mixed up with the clout.
Mark said that he saw her, I think she was probably 6 or 7, and she crossed over some little kid who was probably about 11 or 12. Yeah. He was like, oh, yeah, it's getting ready to be
back in my days when we used to play at the center, like we used to go hard, and she would come out there like, I'm like, nah, you got to play with she playing with y'all.
Yeah.
Bodying up. You know, I play rough. You know, I'm the
her mom was
fouling like
her mom was a baller too.
Yeah, and like she going
her
like
mom was a baller.
She ain't weak.
And her auntie. Hell, y'all seen videos of Mark. You seen some of them videos from Brandon High School in the 90s? Like, good Lord.
Oh yeah, Mark.
And my son didn't understand that. So he graduated in 2019. Okay. So when they played, we used to have people come up. Roosevelt Montgomery's son played, and he said, "Man, my daddy said he had hops. I don't believe it."
But I guarantee
it's nobody. Dude, you used to go to games. You be like, "Where's the show? Where the
man?
The biggest highlight
the
player
game these days,
probably
it be all layups now."
I would say Harris Walker. He probably know Harris Walker.
Yeah.
Harris Walker's one of the biggest highlight players I done seen in high school.
But Roosevelt's son was like, man, he said that y'all used to get up. I'm like, dude, I just say this. My 12th grade year, all 12 players on the team could dunk 2 hands.
Oh, you had hops like that?
Everybody did.
Okay.
But that was our era, though.
Yeah. I had hops.
But what did you come out?
99.
99. Okay.
Why you keep trying to throw yourself in there?
Hey, why I can't, man? I'm with one of my alumni, man. Let us talk.
Okay, y'all go ahead and get your shit.
Y'all got one alumni that can say what we talking about. Cracking.
Cracking with Cole.
That's
Shout
it.
out
That's
Crack,
it.
man. Cracking with Cole.
That's it.
Gary White. Hey.
That's it. That's it.
Hey.
Don't try to put nobody else
nasty
in it.
with it though.
He was.
Chatt had ballers, period.
Yeah. It's a lot of talent. Okay. Back to this top 5. We got another top 5.
Yes, sir. Lord. Here it comes.
Woo. We're going to put the pressure on you. And this is something I want to know. He came up with the top 5. Don't blame me. Don't blame me. It's him.
All right.
Top 5 comedians.
That's probably easy for him though.
It should be. But
Hold up. Of all time, of current.
all time in order.
That make it easy.
All right, number one.
If you can go all the time.
Number 1. He started from the bottom. He cheating.
No, number one.
No, he
start with number one.
No, he said number 1.
I'm going
at
down.
the top of the list.
Okay.
Rich Pryor.
Ooh.
See, you know what I'm saying? That's easy.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy.
I knew he was coming in.
Hey, why wouldn't he?
Dave Chappelle.
That's what I was waiting on.
Yeah, he on there. He good.
Cat Williams.
Okay, Cat. I fuck with Cat.
I don't know. Cat.
No, Cat.
I mean, he wouldn't be in my top 5, but I fuck with him though.
No, Cat, that dude. Y'all can talk whatever you want to talk.
Oh man, this your top 5. This your top 5.
But we talk shit.
Yeah,
we gonna talk shit about it.
Number 5. Oh man. Do I need to put a woman in there? I can't even.
Well, I mean, is it gonna be a true number 5? Or you just doing it because you want to put a woman in there?
And yeah, that's true. That's true. I can't even think about some cats.
Martin, Jamie Foxx,
Nah.
Chris Rock,
Red Fox.
Some more.
Hell,
More's dope. She dope though.
Let's take it back. Flip Wilson. He was funny, though. He was.
Flip was funny.
He was funny.
White folks, George Carlin, Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah.
George Carlin.
George Carlin was dope.
He funny as hell, man.
Yeah, George
A
Carlin.
lot of people don't get Jerry Seinfeld comedy.
This show funny as a
It's
motherfucker.
one of the. I just recently put it over Martin.
But
That's
Jerry
me.
Seinfeld? The show?
Yeah.
Over Martin?
Over
That's
Martin.
disrespectful to me.
It's not. It's not.
That's so
It's not. It's not. Trust me.
That's disrespectful.
It's not. I'm gonna tell you. I got hooked on it.
We're going to get into it later.
Seinfeld funny as a motherfucker.
It
though.
is,
Over Martin? I like
yes.
it. I'm not putting it over Martin.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a funny
That's
show.
me.
Though.
I am.
I like that type of dry humor like that.
Yeah.
Though. That shit funny. It's that
But
8IL
it's
humor.
like when you can make something. I don't know as a comedian, but you're a professional comedian. But if you can make something that's normal, funny.
Mm-hmm.
Martin funny was his characters. It's like it was.
He was funny too. Though.
He's funny.
By
I give
himself.
him that. The characters, all the characters, funny, but it's just with him. Like,
Nah, hold on. Even the outside people, Angry Man used to be funny as hell. That old lady used to be funny as hell. I can't remember her name.
There were two
He
old
had
ladies.
characters outside of him.
Miss Judy, Miss Jerry, Miss Jerry.
Miss Jerry. He had folks that.
But see, it's a
You know what I'm
difference.
saying?
It's a difference between being on a show and being on the stage at a comedy club.
Yeah.
That's
Jerry
two
Seinfeld
different-
ain't fucking with Martin on the stage.
That's
Nah, hell
two
no.
different things.
Nah, I'm talking about. The
I mean,
show.
they going with that with the social media comedians. They're funny on
Yeah, how
social
they-
media, and then when you get
got
on
a trans.
stage,
They got a trans.
After,
Man,
I
you
want,
was
I
just
want
talking
Eric's
about
number
that.
5 because that was something I wanted to ask about.
So you gotta get
About
that
the
number
social
5.
media comedians.
a number 5. I like George Carlin. That was pretty dope.
Man, he funny.
He was pretty. Red Fox, if you want to go back.
I like
back,
Red Fox.
Yeah.
Man. He on my
the
top.
original stuff. That was pretty. That was pretty great.
See, I
Wrong,
thought
straight
Eric
wrong.
was going to throw a George Lopez out there or some shit like that. I was like, damn.
Damn, why George Lopez, man?
He actually kind of funny.
His
though.
shows be
He's funny.
funny.
He
His
actually
shows
he-
funny.
yeah, he-
No, he's funny.
His
funny.
show- I like
funny.
his shows.
He's funny, which is, I mean, it's a
I
big
wouldn't-
thing, but
But as far as I'm late to the game. I didn't know you did comedy. But you know, since I do know that, do you still be out currently now? Like you be out a lot?
I just ended some stuff with Rod, so he's getting ready to do some other stuff. So I'm branching out and just.
Are you
doing
gonna
my
do
little
anything
thing.
here?
Actually, I got a show Sunday with Gr Goodwin is coming back home. Who's another comedian from Chattanooga?
I'm in
he
there,
lives in
man.
Tampa.
Yeah, we
I'm-
off. We off.
Yeah, I'm off. I'm in there.
Where's it gonna be
'cause
at? Where's it gonna
Comedy
be at?
Catch.
Okay, yeah, we gonna.
What time?
Catch. 7, I think.
I'm coming for real, man. Because
I'll be in there.
I said I wanted to watch and see you coming, man.
We try to
That'd be cool
we
to
try
come
to
back up.
Yeah.
support like in a way, you know what I'm saying, where people feel, you know, like we got your back type.
Yeah,
thing,
yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying.
Nah, I
And I
appreciate
think
the love.
I'm in there
as-
Sunday. Hey, we got to go Sunday for real,
Yeah.
man.
Chat's
Damn,
like,
I'm going to be in Tampa. He said the guy live in Tampa. I'm going to be in Tampa.
damn, you going
Hey.
to Tampa for your birthday?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Taking my children with. Thank you.
Tampa Bay?
Hey, I'm in that thing.
Going down
Sunday.
to Tampa.
Where's
man.
it coming to catch at now? It ain't in the same spot no more. Is it?
Kind of about a choo-choo.
Okay, in
Yeah,
that.
it's still
okay.
in there.
You still thinking of close to old Deep Blue?
Yeah, that's what I was
By the
thinking.
Humidor.
Yeah, that's
That's what you think.
that's what I was thinking.
That's what
old
you
days.
thinking.
Damn, man.
It's been a minute since I done.
Yeah, he ain't. You know, he just
No,
now
it
moved
ain't.
back to the
we
city
went,
too.
We went down there when we seen
Oh
Lil
yeah, Lil
Duval.
Duval. That's
So
right.
what are you talking
I didn't
about?
know. I didn't know that was the comedy catch.
Right.
That dude crazy as hell.
I didn't know that was the
Yeah,
comedy catch. You're right though.
Yeah.
Right. So we have been. I have been in there. I just didn't know it was the comedy catch.
So, Eric, what you think about the social media comedians? That whole game period of them utilizing, you know, social media as a tool.
I can't get.
Do you feel like
mad
they
at
cheating,
anybody.
or-
No, we just talked about
Show
technology and how you
yeah.
use it, and that's the new thing. Either get with it or don't.
You ever
So-
thought about doing like skits or something
That's what I was
like that?
gonna say, like,
That's the
or
crazy
even
part.
being in a movie.
That's the crazy part. We used to do that way before social media and all that. We just didn't. It's like, man, I'm ahead of the time. And
Yeah,
me
the
and some other
platform,
comedians talked
yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
But that's a whole nother job. That's a whole different thing. I talked with Country Wayne, and because he was a comedian before all of that stuff got started. So I mean, anybody can do it if you got the time to do it. But
Right.
you know, I got a lot of stuff that's happening. You know, so some people cool with it, some people not. And then you got to stay consistent with it. You got to, how many posts you gonna do a week or a day or whatever. So
Yeah, you definitely got to stay consistent. With
Yeah.
it.
That's the thing.
man.
Like, even with this, like, I'm not used to posting like on social media like that. But it's
I'm
like
not either.
it's one of those things where let me get up and let me post something.
yeah,
Because you got to post something every day to stay in people's eyes.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And entertainment now with social media. But it would be good to see you like in one of those Tubi movies. So,
Yeah, let's see my
you know,
man
we
in
got some local directors that,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And like, they ain't never reached out to you to be
I
in a
want to
movie.
be in the movie.
What you gonna play?
I don't. You don't. Well, I got some constraints, but I want to be in a Tubi movie too. Though.
What's the role? What you gonna play? What's the role you would be best at?
I told her, when me and you talking about this the other day, I told you I want to be the man sitting at the desk with the bricks and the guns on the table, and I'm getting the dope out.
Hell,
That's something that I
He
ain't
just
never
wanna be
played.
a nigga,
That's something
that's
I ain't played in real life.
He just want to be a nigga
It's
in
a
the movie.
Tubi movie. That's all you see. Hold on. That's all you see in Tubi movie.
You want to be funny.
I don't want to be the flunky. I want
niggas.
I don't want to be the flunky. I want to be the man.
Who are the people that are doing and can do screenwriting and
There's a lot of people around here,
and
like,
script
you
and
know
all
what
of
I'm
that
saying?
stuff?
It's a lot of people. My homeboy Devon Cooper, he does it. Shout out to Devon.
He got a movie on Tubi, don't he?
Yeah, he got like 2 or 3 of them.
Okay.
It's a lot of local stuff that's going on because now it's like you can touch the clouds now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's easy to reach a platform.
Maul doing that stuff too.
Yeah,
Maul teaching a class.
He was in that Tubi movie. I found it and showed him, man.
He's teaching a class on that.
Oh yeah, Maul's smart. Maul's smart.
Yeah,
Like he know his business.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
Shout out to Maul the Pimp, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we gonna stop this one, then get into the next segment. You know.
Promotion time. Action, read all about it.
Yeah, we got Eric the Voice Foster here, the radio personality, the comedian, doing things, making
musician.
moves, the musician. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know about
Hooper,
that.
the basketball player.
The
Oh,
Hooper.
no.
Right, a high alum
Oh,
now.
You don't want that title, man?
You ain't touched the ball in a
Nah,
minute. You ain't
When
got in the
I'm saying
gym.
when last time you shot
No,
something,
you gotta
man?
say the golfer.
Oh!
We can go swing some clubs. We can do that.
Okay. Man, so, you know, what you got coming out? You just said a show you got going on.
Yeah, man. Just came off the road with Rod Man. I was with him for 2.5 years. Got a chance to travel the country, which was super dope. And now I'm just getting back into it. Back in school. I'm in grad school, so I'm trying to do some grown up stuff.
Okay.
And still doing some comedy and stuff on the side, but just trying to make moves, make some plans to see what this next little part of my life is gonna do.
So is comedy your passion, or the radio personality kind of growing to be your passion?
I mean, the radio pays the mortgage.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's the main thing. And shout out to them too, because when I, got the opportunity, he was like, yo, and it was one of those things where you had comedians come up and say, man, I'm gonna take you on the road. We're gonna go on around. Like, all right, man, whatever. And then I got a call from him, and he was just like, hey, I'm coming in the chat. I want you to open for me. I was like, all right, cool. That's bad. We can do that. And then I might have some other stuff later on. I'm like, okay. But I've interviewed this dude for years. And then after a while, he just said, yeah, I'm gonna shoot you some dates. Let me know if they work for you. I was like, all right, that's cool, whatever. And then next thing you know, like the next couple of days, he sends me like, 25 dates. And I'm like, okay, we doing it like that. So I went to my people at the station. I was like, hey, man, this is what it is. And it's like, no, we're going to make this work. So that was a blessing. So shout out to KL and Kira for doing that. But, I've been doing it for a while. I'm not going to say I'm going to put all my coins into it because I got other stuff that I'm, trying to do, whatever. But yeah, it's in the repertoire.
And you said you had to come in to catch Sunday, right?
Sunday with
And everybody
GR.
come out and support Sunday, man.
Yeah. Support GR. GR, a good one. It is from Chatt. Funny dude. He lives in Tampa now. And he always comes home every year and does a show, so make sure you support that dude.
What time that is on Sunday?
I want to say 7.
Okay.
I want to take this time to give a shout out to Power 94, man.
Definitely.
I've been living here
Yeah.
most of my life, you know what I'm saying, besides when I went to Nashville. And it Power 94 is a part of everybody's life that came up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like when I was coming up, when I seen y'all, I was like, oh man, like that's a star right there. Like that's, you know what I'm saying?
We looked at you like you was a celebrity, man.
You know what I'm saying? But coming up, it's like you become a part of people's family, like in Chat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I didn't really recognize how big y'all was, like Power 94 Southeast region, like, you know what I'm saying, as a radio station.
Yeah.
When we went up to Chicago.
Yeah.
and we went up to a music conference,
Mm-hmm.
and we had to go around these tables with different labels. And we went to some label, and they was like, "Oh, y'all down in Chatt? Oh, y'all with Keith and no, that
it was the Neptune Star Trek. Who was at the Star Trek table?
Yeah, and it was like, man, like dang, we came back
Yeah,
and
heavy hitters.
yeah, and that's big, man, to go. You know what I'm saying? For you to work with somebody like that, and man, put that legacy.
It's a small little community, man. And I was blessed to work in Atlanta for a minute when we lived down there. So working at Hot was super dope. That was one of the highlights.
I bet your stars coming in left and right. Well, stars come here left and right. They don't be knowing about it though.
Yeah, I'm showing my age now. That's when it was Hot 97. Now it's Hot 107. So that's when it was Chris Lover.
You talking about Freak League?
Poon,
Poon Daddy.
Poon Daddy and Empress Cersei and Ryan Cameron and all those cats.
I remember Ryan Cameron.
That's before he went with the Hawks, and he retired from that, didn't he?
Yeah, he had a V103, man. I don't know what happened, but he didn't get the contract that he wanted, and then he had a non-compete, so he couldn't do radio in Atlanta. So he went to DC, and then once that year was up, he came back to Atlanta, and Hot hired him in Atlanta. Radio One hired him, and then we was working at the same radio station.
Okay.
Traveling, being a comedian, like, what's some of your favorite places like to go to? Not the shows. I know you said the shows earlier, but like just the places to see. Like some of your favorite places to travel to.
Oh man, that's the cool part. When you go and you have some downtime in the morning, I would get up 8 o'clock, do a little workout, call Uber. All right, what's the cool spots to go to? I'm a history dude, so we in Philly. We went to all of the little historicals, all of that.
Rocket statue.
Hall, yeah.
You ran the steps.
Houston. I ran steps. I did a video and everything.
Yeah, if you go to Philly, you gotta run the steps, bro.
Go to New York. Of course, when we was in Philly, had to get the best Philly cheese steak.
Oh yeah.
So the little girl at the hotel was telling me, cool place. You gonna have to go to Hood if you want the real ones. I was like, all right, cool.
You ain't scared of the Hood. You from Chatt.
Yeah, but whatever city we went to, just hung out, rode around, see what was going on. Right. Especially if it was a sports city.
I was going to ask you, do you have a certain protocol of how you do before your shows and stuff like that?
What, the comedy shows?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, just like your pregame. Write down some jokes. Sometimes you have your main jokes that that you're gonna do, right. And then like if you get to a city, you'll figure out where the hood is. Or I picked this up from Steve Harvey. I had opened for him at the Memorial Auditorium, and he came up the elevator. He was backstage, and I was just about to go out and introduce him, and he says, "What's the closest Waffle House?" And I said, well, there's a whole bunch of them. He said, give me the most popular road that everybody I know. And I said, the Waffle House on Brandon Road. Yeah. He's like, all right, cool. So when he went out, his first joke, he said something about the Waffle House on Brandon Road, and everybody lost it. And I was like,
perfect.
That was dope. So I would do that and try to figure out what was going on and kind of incorporate it somewhere. Yeah, because you got to make them like you in that first 5 minutes. Because if they don't know, that's the cool part, man. Not to drop names, but fuck it. You only live once. We were in Atlanta, and me and Rod was sitting in the green room, and the manager came up. She says, yeah, we might have a guest spot. And Rod don't do guest spots. It's just 2 people, the opening act and him. And she said, so he's going to be coming back. And Rod was like, I don't know if we're not going to do this. The door opens up. It was Ray Romano.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Yeah, right. And I'm like, he said, you guys mind if I do some time? And I look at Rod like, nigga, this is your show. I'm just here to he's like, it's whatever. So I'm like, hey man, I can cut my time down and then I can give you. He's like, no. He said, how much time you normally do? I said, I normally do like 20 minutes. You say do 15, then bring me up. And then so we sitting there and the guy's getting ready to bring me up to do the opening stuff. Then I look around. He brought Channing Tatum with him. They were shooting a movie in Atlanta, so it was like star-studded in the club. I'm like, oh my God, bruh. And please don't suck. Don't suck, nigga. Don't suck.
Man, I was gonna ask you about that, man. As far as the comedy thing, like, I know it got to be difficult because I don't like being the center of attention or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Standing up there on that stage, man, how hard is it to make somebody laugh, man?
And it's especially when you don't know that. That's when I got the biggest compliment. My wife told me. She was sitting there with Ray Romano's wife, and just that night, everything was popping. Everything was popping, and she said, "People just don't understand how hard it is to make strangers laugh. It's different if we know who Rod. We came to see Rod, man, nigga. Who was this nigga, right? So if you can like really make it and hit the shots, then next thing you know, people start. It's like, oh man, dude, I like you. What's your name again? And then so. It's hard. Now it's been some days when you go up there, which is funny. Do the same. I just did this shit in Dallas and killed. And you go to another city and you do the exact same thing. Niggas be like,
it's a different vibe.
Man, we was just talking about it.
Just talking
so did you ever have a show? I mean, I don't want to say bummed, but
hell yeah.
So how? I mean, do you finish the set or do you just?
Yeah.
Damn. So they gotta be hard though. If they not laughing,
dude, it was years ago. I done a set at Zany's.
Yeah.
Killed. Went to Uptown in Atlanta the very next weekend, same material, and them niggas was like, boo, nigga, boo, get this nigga off the stage. And I'm sitting there trying to finish mine. They was like, nigga, get this nigga off the stage. The DJ started playing music.
Damn,
and then
see, that gotta be, man, that gotta be rough.
But everybody
have a bad
everybody
game.
bomb.
Yeah.
That's
everybody have bad days.
Everybody have bad days.
Kobe had a lot of.
You know what I'm saying?
He said because you're a Laker fan.
Still a shot.
That was his Laker fan.
Shot, yeah.
Hey man, don't get me on Bean, man. Y'all know what Bean about. I ain't gonna say nothing else, man.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, man. We appreciate you coming up here, man.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Any shout outs you want to give, man?
Yeah, shout out.
Man, shout out to y'all for letting me come up, hang out. Dude, man, we
appreciate you, man.
Feel
Thank you.
Relevant. Shout out to the people at the radio station. We still making some things happen. Continue to support us because we're trying to support the city, and just trying to put 423 on the map.
Oh yeah,
as y'all always have done.
Yes sir.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes sir.
Man, it's been a good interview, man. How y'all feel?
Yeah,
Man,
I enjoyed it, man.
I really appreciate it. Like I told you, Eric is
enjoyed it.
Like you brought up earlier how a lot of people, specifically Power 94 for us, they don't know that they are part of a lot of families.
Yeah.
And from the morning dusty to I remember the songs they would do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
We had a lot of fun.
R.P. Biggie Mo, man. He had one
absolutely.
of the morning show. I remember he used to
Had
be
the
on the morning
classic
show, come on with the theme song, then you get on there.
Yeah.
Man, you know, them classic signs, man.
Quiet
and them
Storm.
memories.
Them
memories stay in our head, man. You know what I'm saying? That's like when you said you was gonna come up here, I was like, man, we got Eric DeVos Foster, man. It's gonna be a big one. You know what I'm saying? So saying that, like, what advice you would give like us or anybody that interview people? Like, what's one of the biggest advices?
I got stuff that I like to say to cats that are like trying to be producers and artists and rappers. I hear a whole bunch of cats say, "Oh man, this nigga just trying to be another rapper." I'm like, all right, well, y'all don't say that when people are trying to start businesses. Y'all don't say it's just a nigga trying to start a business. Yeah. That's what these artists are, and their intellectual property if it's done right, could turn into $1 million. We just was talking about the social media stuff. You was talking about your daughter, how that popped off. Don't shit on people's dream, man. Because if a kid says, "Man, I want to be in the NBA," all right, I tell you what I'm gonna do. We're gonna put you in an atmosphere with some cats that's really getting ready to go to the NBA, and you're gonna see where you stand.
Yeah.
So if you say that I'm gonna be the next best rapper, I'm gonna be the next best producer, okay, cool. We getting ready to put you in a room with some niggas that really know. Do you know how to operate an SSL board? Do you really know how, you know what I'm saying? Let's put you into the situation where people are operating at the highest level. When I got a chance to go see Isaiah Rashad when he got signed, he said, I need you to come to LA with me. And then when I get out there and I see how really, because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be the singer. I wanted 4 a.m. to be this next group. And then we wasn't ready. Especially once I got to that level, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, these niggas is really. When you meet Top Dog, you be like, oh, okay, yeah, these niggas this is for real. Mm-hmm. So these cats in Chattanooga, I want to be the next rapper. I want to be the next producer. All right, well, we gonna see. This is called the music business. Mm-hmm. It ain't about talent. There's 10% of it. Yeah. So you gotta know about music splits. You gotta know about all of this. You gotta, So I'm not gonna shit on you. I'm just gonna say, all right, well, we gonna see if you really about that life.
Learn your business. You'll learn it. Yeah, if you really want to do it, you'll learn it.
Yeah, help the kids out. If they need to, go to class, if they need to go to school, if they need how they learn, if you help them out, set them up. They'll let you know. They'll let you know when, you know what, I'm not going to be an NBA player. Okay, well, I wasn't going to tell you that you wasn't going to be. Hey, I'm just,
You ain't going to shit on his dream.
Ain't going to lie. I told my oldest.
Right. Oh, you out there see if you can swim.
Yeah, we going to see. I was talking basketball. Young lady by the name of Momo Buckets. Y'all seen?
Oh, yeah.
And I've asked other cats. I was like, man, what you think about her? Oh, she the truth. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, if you're not playing like Momo, then
let that be the bar.
Yeah, that's the bar. Yeah. She's the bar. If you're not doing it like how she's doing it, you got some work to do.
Yeah,
and leave it at that. Just be real with them. That's the only thing that I can say.
And don't be scared to go to plan B. I always say, because people get stuck on plan A, and next thing you know, you're a 50-year-old trying to do the same thing you was trying to do when you 20. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm not hating or nothing like that, but it's just a thing where if this ain't working, like, be strategic about it.
Yeah.
This didn't work, and Ken the strategic one out of us. You know what I'm saying? He always go back and he study, man, this and this. And now I kind of learned that trait from him. And I look and see like this, okay, we getting this feedback, this feedback. With the podcast, like it's a whole nother thing. It give you a whole nother fresh air. Feel like, you know what I'm saying, getting out there, because we kind of older. We not trying to impress nobody.
Yeah,
I think is this kind of therapy for us.
Just something that you like to do,
right? Yeah. And saying that, like, on a scale of 1 to 10, what your mental health like? You know what I'm saying? Where your mental health at a scale of 1 to 10? 10 being the best.
9.6.
That's good. I love it.
Only after going through some shit.
Right, you got to, and you learn from it.
That's exactly right.
What Al say last week? Al told us, you'll get in life, you'll get the test first and then the lesson later.
Right.
Yeah.
I thought that was dope as hell because it made so much sense to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's about emotional intelligence, reading up on stuff, taking care of your body. You see people just like, man, you still eating like you 24, bro. You can't. What are you doing?
My thing is,
what is your big ass doing?
I came up with a thing where I study study yourself. I kind of promote people to study themselves.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, I know it seems weird, but a lot of people be in their 50s and don't even know themselves. They'll still be in the same cycles they was in when they was 20. And they like, I want to get out of doing this, but you're not really paying attention to what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The people around you got a lot to do with that. You know what I'm saying? You being mature, you're gonna have to cut off people in you know what I'm saying? Just to move up to where you want to be, you're gonna have to cut off some weight.
Everybody can't go.
But you know what I'm saying? People be like,
hey, peace is the new wealth, bro. I'm telling you.
It is, man.
I'm telling you, if you can get to that point, then you doing something right. But yeah, man, for the kids, dream big, because like I told my son, he was like, this is what I want to do. I'm like, all right, cool, but I'm just letting you know, there's a window.
It's work.
It's a window. Yeah. And once that window closes, you need to start thinking about, what's your dream? How you going to finance your dream?
Right.
You're going to have to go work somewhere, because we can't buy, 4, 5. He bought a microphone that was like $3,000. Like, nigga, I'm not buying.
That's a good microphone.
But hey, if you feel, but see, that's what I'm saying. When we go back to when he did his internship, I said, all right, what do you want to do? He went to MTSU, got his internship. I made some calls to some cats in Atlanta that was doing it. I said, go down there. You got to get into the mix. Once you in the mix, once you in.
Yeah.
If they ask you, when he did his internship and he met everybody. He worked with some of the hardest dudes that's out in the game. I said, man, when you get down there, I don't give a damn what they tell you to do. Make coffee, clean the bathrooms, whatever it was, do that. And then eventually they're going to notice that you the hardest working dude. Be the first dude there, be the last dude to leave.
Be professional.
Be professional. Know how to operate, how to do that. He had to make a number of weed runs. Nigga, go make the weed runs for these niggas. Whatever,
the Dutch.
You gotta go get it. You had to go on up to the corner store, do whatever you have to do, but you gotta pay your dues. And nowadays, kids don't want to do that. They want to be
that instant, man.
Right off the flop.
Social,
like, nigga,
media make it.
I'm an influencer. Nigga don't better know who you are. What are you talking about?
See, social media make everybody superstars.
Right. That's the problem.
See, and then they build an ego up, and then when you get an ego, you need attention to feed the ego.
Yeah.
So they start acting like clowns and trying to get this attention that don't pay the bills.
Yeah. And that's one of the things, like with the street flavor artist, it's cool to be on the radio. That's great. But unless you get out of the city and you got some other people that's really rocking with you, so then you can see what's going on. I love comedy. I've been doing it for a long time. But once I got on the road and we started like really hanging out with other comedians and other writers and dudes that was doing shows and dudes that was doing deals, and a lot of the times I was just sitting in the back because they knew who Rodman was. Yeah. But I'm listening to the conversation. And I'm like, oh, this shit is nasty, man. You start hearing stories, you be like, oh my God. We were in Charlotte one time and the lady was coming in and she was trying to be nice and what do you guys need? I was like, we good. Yeah, because the last comedian was in here, he had cocaine all over the booth. Like, whoa, we don't need to know. We don't need to know all of that. How many comedians had how many hoes in and strippers. We don't need to hear all that. Then you hear all of the other deals about what happened, how somebody cheated you out of money, how they had to pull a gun on this nigga, how you had to. Like, okay, this is this ugly.
Rough game.
Bruh.
Entertainment business.
Bruh.
Man.
So when people like, man, I know it was fun when you did it. It was all right. It was all right.
I kind of want to know who was snorting them lines.
You know him.
Who at that mountain?
Who were cutting them lines with
you know exactly who they are.
That card.
You know exactly. But once you get into that game, it's business.
Right.
For a musician's standpoint, when I knew that the music game was real, I went to a gospel music convention, and I went to go see Deborah Killings, who's a super bad bass player. She did all of the voice work for ABC. She was on Outkast stuff and all of that. Okay. So when you hear the female singing in the background, it's probably her.
Oh yeah, I forgot you is a big Outkast fan. We big Outkast fans.
What?
We big Outkast fans.
I downloaded the flute album from 3 Stacks.
Right.
I ain't that big of a fan. I'm a fan, but I ain't go
it's
that
3
far.
Stacks.
I don't mind meditating.
I ain't go.
I had to listen to it.
It's 3 Stacks.
I had to listen.
But anyway, at that convention, we sitting there, and at the time, Shirley Caesar was getting ready to come up and perform. Heavy hitters, bruh.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this is beautiful gospel music. My mama would love this. Bah, 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 bah. And then I heard from the back room, if you don't have my motherfucking money, I ain't doing a goddamn thing. And I was like,
said, damn, what a Lord at.
Shirley.
He said, Shirley.
Back that gangster, ain't it?
But it's the music
cutthroat game,
business,
man.
and it's always gonna be some shit that's gonna, and that's when it get real. And I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. So if you don't get caught up in all of the bullshit and all of the glitz and the glamour, it's gonna be a real thing. So for your daughter, man, I hope that she continues to do that.
Yes,
continue to do that. That's a good look.
Thank you. I would have turned around and been like, Jesus.
Yeah, that's what I damn.
I'm sure, but we all got an auntie like that.
You ain't lying.
Get your ass up. We're going to church Sunday, and then cut your ass out when you get home.
And if you didn't go, your ass ain't going outside.
That's right.
For the rest of the week.
That's right.
Damn, Shirley.
That's the game, though.
But yeah, that's the game, man. You got to really learn the business, and we was talking like we had a discussion before you came in. You know, we was just talking about how blacks, our culture always expect the hookups and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? With Ken probably can explain it a little bit more in detail, but we expect the hookup from ourselves.
Yeah, but we don't expect it from the other man.
Right. And you know what I'm saying? We got to stop that. You know what I'm saying? What we promoting is support. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody that come on here, we look up to them. And you know, we trying to give flowers in a way, build a platform in Chattanooga where somebody can come on here, talk positive, talk comfortable, have a drink, you know what I'm saying, chill, and give motivation to these people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like we used to rap and stuff like that back in the day. We was producers and stuff like that, and we didn't have these platforms that kind of built exposure for these people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a lot of people that come on here, they so humble. You know what I'm saying? And we just try to build up that exposure. And hopefully, you know what I'm saying, this is just a reminder, little shot, hey, subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Comment, like, subscribe.
Sure. Yeah, man. But that's what we trying to build, man. And I know, like, I had met you at some of the stuff when I worked for the city, and I seen how cool you was, man. I was like, man, let me reach out.
Yeah.
Let me reach out, man. He was like, yeah, man, you know, when and where? And you know what I'm saying, that's big to me. You know, I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying?
All three of them.
Right.
Man. Yeah, that's
You know,
cool,
man,
man.
appreciate it.
For you to give us your time like that.
Yeah, so any advice you would give us, like on what we doing, like what mistakes we done made today? I know you like, nah, they should have did this. They should have did this.
No, I'm not doing it. You just keep going because you never know when it's gonna pop. You never know when something is somebody. You just never know. So you just keep going, keep learning, and because I'm doing the same thing, still learning. Like I was talking about with Ash Nicole when she would come in with different stuff. Oh yeah, show me how to do that. I want to learn how to do that. Not trying to be a superstar or trying to. I just want to know how to. I just want to know how to do it.
That's gonna make the team stronger.
Yeah, and make you stronger. Because I mean, we what 3 Stack said. It's only so much time in this bastard.
Yep.
So after you might as well just you know
start preaching that 3 Stacks. Hold on now. That's a whole nother conversation.
I'm on.
That's a whole nother conversation. We ATLians, but we from Chatt.
Learn as much you can. Try to help some folk.
Yeah,
you're gonna get burned a couple of times.
Learn from your losses.
We was talking about that story.
Yep.
I've been burned a whole bunch. Everybody has pause.
No did it.
God. Oh, that nigga there. Dude, can we talk about that nigga? That nigga.
Get him.
Get
his ass.
I've never.
You ever interview him?
I've never liked that dude. We were at another convention, man, and he was cussing out 112 in front of
everybody.
Oh man, who gonna make me happy in this motherfucker? Fuck y'all niggas and blah 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 blah. And I looked over at Slim, and you gotta realize these niggas was some Atlanta niggas.
Yeah.
Slim was ready to go. He was ready to in front of everybody, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I don't like this dude.
Damn.
So from that point on, I just never.
There's plenty of stories like that about him.
Oh, man. Not just him, but a whole bunch of people. You get to record people and managers, and
you get that power though, man. Some folks just don't know how to. When they get it, they don't know how to act with it. Man.
What's the saying? Absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Yeah.
And some people, when they get it, they are not. It's a difference between authority and leadership.
It's crazy.
And normally the people that need to be leaders, they ain't got no authority. And so just live to learn, man. But no, I think y'all doing great. Just keep growing.
Appreciate that, man. So, any last words? Well, I got something to say. Man, people, study yourself. That's the thing I'm gonna preach. I'm gonna keep preaching it. Study yourself. Learn yourself to the fact where you know how to get yourself out of bad energy's way. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to read energy. Surround yourself with good energy. You know, that's what I want to say. You know, I be reading these Facebook posts, and don't live your life on Facebook.
Please don't.
Can't stop that, man.
Please don't. Make you some money.
Yeah.
And get off of that. Before we go, man, I can tell y'all something my father used to always tell us, man. Don't live above your means by making your wants your needs. Make decisions that's practical and not popular. Let's go.
Okay. That was deep. That was a bar.
Hey, he stay with them bars, man.
That's a bar.
That was a bar.
Man.
All right, man. So, Reggie, you want to say something, man?
Nah,
you know your family came down here, man.
I missed it though, so I don't want to talk about it.
Oh man, you know.
I missed out, man.
Okay. Any last words, Eric?
Nah, man. It's been cool, man. Appreciate y'all for letting me come through.
We appreciate you coming up here, man. Means a lot. You need anything from us, we got you, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, come support me here. Hey, Coop, bring the crew out. We're gonna come, and that's where we're gonna be at.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
That's simple.
That's what we try to, tell everybody that come on here. We trying to support, and we trying to teach Chattanooga how to support. You know what I'm saying? In a way where it ain't clout chasing. Don't look at it like that. Immature people look at it like that. We looking at it like we support. Not asking for no discounts, nothing like that. We not, what's the ticket? We coming.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Learn how to
love.
support.
Yes, sir.
And look out for his shows. Eric the Voice Foster. Hear him on the radio. One of the biggest stations in the Southeast, Power 94. Shout out to the whole Power 94 crew. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Big Tula. We're going to get Big Tula on here. That's my brother.
Yeah, please get
we're going to get Big Tula on here, man. Big Tula, a real cool dude. And maybe we can get some more radio personalities on here.
Ashley, Mika,
we're gonna,
Napira, get all of them on here.
Yeah,
man.
we're going to reach out. But, we like what y'all doing. Y'all kind of rejuvenating Power 94, making it, you know what I'm saying, current. And I like that. You know what I'm saying? I pay attention to a lot of stuff. Right. But we about to be out. You got something to say, Ken?
Hey, that was it. I gave what my father's advice was. I'm motivated, ain't you?
Man, you supposed to be prosperous. Well, what's that? What you say?
That ain't for everybody.
That's the ending, man.
Be peaceful, be positive, and you'll be prosperous.
You like the beats you hear in the background on the podcast and you shopping for beats? Hit me up at coopthebeatman@gmail.com. CoopDabeatman@gmail.com. I make all type of tracks. I mess with all budgets. Exclusive tracks. Stems available. Hit me up at coopthebeatman@gmail.com. You want to be a special guest on the Unmotivated Ain't You podcast? Hit me up at coopthebeatman@gmail.com. You want to promote something on the Unmotivated Ain't You podcast? Hit me up at coopthebeatman@gmail.com. Once again, CoopDabeatman@gmail.com.